Guys, you're looking at something truly terrifying. This is not clickbait. I'm not joking. This was sitting on my porch, on my steps, where no postman has ever put a box because you would trip over it. So I woke up, guys, today to this sitting on my steps to the front of my house. And it has my name on it clearly. And it came with this note. I haven't touched it because I was a little afraid to. Is it a bomb? I know I've made some enemies over the years. Anyway, let's read this. It's not by, this is, at first I was like, wait, did my wife write this or somebody? It's not her handwriting, obviously. It says, your package was delivered to the wrong address that had been vacant for a few months. So when I discovered this, I decided to drop it off to the address on the box. Smiley face, no name, unfortunately. And yeah, when I looked at it, it says July the 23rd, of this year. The box is smushed, and as you can see, it had tracking. I think I know what's in here though. So here's the thing, really quickly. I've had 2 packages lost in the past, let's say 5 years that I remember. One was a couple months ago. This is probably what it is. And then there was one more from a guy in England, a friend of mine, Ed Master. I don't normally say people's names, but I know he watches this. His package is still currently lost as well. Anyway, before I open this, let me warn you. Okay, if you saw my videos from July, there was 2 videos I did from a seller whose items were sticky. Do you remember that? And I was like, literally, when I was opening it, I was having to peel apart candy packages because everything was melted. Well, that's what this is. And this is the lost one. I think I even told you guys that there was going to be a part 3. Well, I never did a part 3 because this got lost. So that's what this is. Here's the deal. I live in Georgia, and it has been so brutally hot. And the idea that these were already damaged and they've been sitting at a vacant house, probably in the ghetto somewhere down the road, in the hot Georgia heat for 2 months. This is truly the box of horrors. And without further ado, let's see what the fuck's in here. Because I've certainly forgotten what's in. I know it was like a, it was a lot of, it was a, a group of candy, just like what I opened yesterday. But this particular seller had all bubblegum items. Look at this. It's in a pie box. Yeah, this was the seller, if you remember, sent everything in a shoebox, an old grimy shoebox, and everything was melted and just grunge. I'm really afraid to see. Oh my God, we have water damage. So yeah, this has gotten rained on as well. This is not going to be good. Oh, I got my money back. So that I opened a case with eBay and I actually got all my money back. So now I don't know what to do. All right, let's see what's inside. This box is so grimy. I sort of want to, I don't think this is a vintage Marie Callender box, so I'm not going to save it. Actually, can I confirm that real quick? So I'm fixing to just rip into this if it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. It's not. I'm ripping into it. I want to do it like this because if there is staining, which I expect, I wanted to see it on the layer that it's stained. Oh, look, guys. Yeah. As bad as this is, I'm kind of relieved what I'm seeing right here. I don't see anything leaking out of there. All right, so I think I don't want to jinx it, but I think we got a little lucky here. Again, these have been sitting on someone's porch in the Georgia summer for 2 months, lost. Let's just get this one out of the way. This is obviously an old, well, I think it's old. It's an old stain. All right, so the first thing out of the gate is a very rare 1990s or maybe late 80s Leo. You might have seen me open things by this company before. It's a foreign brand, but it has these tubble gums. Tubble means tube and bubble together. It's the two words tube bubble or bubble tube, and they're called tubbles. And these are the foreign tubbles. And the package is just, it's stained to fuck. I don't think we'll be able to pull a date off of this. But the tubes inside are perfect. And all I have to do is just open this up. I might see, I might see if I can restore the blister card. Because I have the time to do stuff like that. And I think it's pretty. All right, let's put this one over here. Guys, if you're just joining me, I got a box delivered to my house that has been missing for 2 months. And it's been, unfortunately, sitting in the Georgia heat this summer on a porch. And it was already a damaged lot. And we're just digging through it. Okay, let's go ahead and get the next one out. The back looks perfect. It's in a tin box, which is good news. This is chewing gum from Germany. All right, great condition. For this candy container, this is mint. This is what mint looks like. These have dated up to the 70s, from what I understand. I've actually sold one of these for almost $100 on eBay. This one is basically pristine mint. This sticky thing is from a price sticker. I'll take you in there. You can see the rectangular shape there. But this is actually the best example of this candy container I've ever seen. And I'll definitely keep this one. Next up, this is probably going to be spaghetti gum from 1997. I've also opened these on live streams before. You can see the condition of the price sticker. Appears to have maybe even rodent damage, but certainly water damage. Yeah. It's also by Leo. Might be saying that name wrong. I see a little apostrophe there. But very cool. Yeah. They made this in many different forms or many different packages. Sometimes this is translated to another language, but it still says spaghetti gum. And as you can see, it doesn't literally say spaghetti. But on the US ones, they say spaghetti, but this is the foreign Leo brand. But these date to 97 or mid-90s. Next up, we have a box of, these Japanese ones. Now, there is some staining here. Yeah, it does feel, guys, it feels cold, and you can just tell that it's a fresh melt. So we've come to our first casualty from it being lost. Now, the outside box, this is sitting in like a little cardboard case, sleeve, or I don't know what to call it. I've had these open before, and the boxes come out, but you still have like a little box under it. The box or whatever looks good, but the singles inside, especially these on this side, are freshly melted, unfortunately. And that's just going to get worse. The stains that you see here will actually turn black when they dry out. But the reason it's looking this good is because it's still wet, if that makes sense. But when it dries, it'll be unfortunately black, and this whole side will be ruined. But this was really cool, man. This is actually an old one. Now, they still make these. You can actually find these at Walmart. If you go to the international food section, where they sell like soy sauce and shit, I've actually seen these there. Now, they've changed the packages. This little dinosaur mascot is not being used anymore, to my knowledge. I haven't seen it, at least, except on vintage ones. And some of the designs are certainly changed. So this is an old one for sure. Yeah, guys, if you're just joining me, they just found a box sitting in a vacant house for the last 2 months in the Georgia summer, and it was already damaged. It was already a damaged lot of candy, but it's obviously going to be worse, guys. I'm seeing debris, possibly cockroach shit. Okay, next up. Yeah, I mean, look at the gum or candy, whatever that is. It's not melted together. This is a very obscure, old Japanese, obviously, maybe Korean though. Yeah, maybe Korean actually. Rodent damage on the back label. Yeah, Korean. Anyway, what is it? It's like a Tic Tac thing. I forget what they called, but yeah, things that are this age are actually very rare and obscure. They almost never come up to the market. Here's another one. Candy's in great shape. This one's a little better condition. This might be Japan. Well, it says Japan on it. Japan, Korean, what's the difference, right? Am I right, guys? Just kidding. All right, the last ones are a couple of little, probably chewing, bubble gum. I've never actually seen this one. Packs in good shape. Look at that. These are typically, you're able to date these usually, but it takes some translating here. If you go and look up Google Translate on your phone, there's an app, and all you have to do is hold up your phone in front of a translated thing, and it'll translate it. It reminds me of a little bit of Pokemon Go, if you ever play that game, like where the images show up on your phone, but it'll actually translate. Look at all that. It'll actually translate it on your phone. All right, let's do a little review. So just in was this package sitting on my porch, delivered by a Good Samaritan. Unfortunately, no name. I would certainly give them some sort of reward or praise, at least on Facebook or something. I don't know. There's no name, though. It's just a smiley face. So Mr. Smiley Face saved the day and got this to the right place. Anyway, what we have is a foreign lot of candy. Everything dates to probably the early 90s, to be honest. Tubble gum. The package, the blister is roached out, but I'll just cut these out and keep those. I didn't have them, so I'll keep those. Got a couple of these in from Japan, vintage 90s. Good shape until you get on the back, and there's actually rodent damage along the bottom lip of the back label. Everything in my hands, they're not sticky today. They feel dusty, but kind of gritty, almost like I've been digging through some rat shit. Next up, or something. I'm going to be washing my hands. I probably need a shower after opening this thing. Next thing are a couple of packs of chewing gum. I didn't really talk about this one, but the reason is I see this a lot. Now, this one is a pretty nice example. For years, I thought this was a koi fish. It's actually a ginger root. It's so obvious once you lock in and actually look at this graphic. But for over 15 years, I thought this was a koi fish. I will say this particular example has more detail in the ginger root, so it's clearly a ginger root, not a fish. I could swear I've seen one of these with a fish on it, though. But anyway, yeah, old as fuck, man. These are old. Probably when I was in high school, these were out. Long time ago. This baby came in pretty common internationally, but this is an old example, so that is why this is special. Out of everything, this is the most damaged. Probably not very salvageable, except for those 3 boxes. I'll keep it all, but I'm just saying if I had to, I would just cut those 3 boxes out, pull them out. Spaghetti gum. This is the Leo variant. I have a confirmed date of 1997 off of another package of these. And then maybe the best item is this piece here, which is in beautiful condition for what these look like normally. All right, from Germany, even though it looks very Russian, don't it? All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. It went way better than I thought. I really assumed things would be melted. What saved this lot in particular, well, what saved it was, I guess, where it was at at the vacant house porch. I think this was maybe stolen off my porch. There was a lot of burglaries, I can't even say the word, in my area. Oh, you can't hear me? Sorry if you can't hear me, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, if you can hear me. And see you guys in the next one. Russ Van out. Crazy.